New at 6 this morning, hear from the candidates in Washington's 3rd Congressional District in their last effort to reach voters. Plus,
we're just hopeful that things will be fine and that we get these boards down as soon as possible.
That business owner, like many others in downtown Portland, has his windows boarded up this morning, preparing for the possibility of election night protests. Also coming up.
It just took a long time to do my homework and make a lot of notes.
Too many people. There's too much stuff going on.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this Election Day Tuesday. I'm Drew Carney.
And I'm China Green. Thank you for joining us. Rod and Chris are standing by for an update on weather and traffic right now. Let's go to Rod Hill for a look at weather.
Thank you. Good morning to you. Pretty quiet day overall. A lot of clouds will just keep spilling down our way. Radar picking up some light moisture aloft offshore from Washington. But for us, I think primarily just cloudy. Yes, maybe some spritzy light showers or some sprinkles at some point. Temperature outside right now 47. We are being reported as all dry at this early morning hour. We'll be 53 at noon and 53 at 5 o'clock. Again, any rain for the most part will amount to about a trace. Here's Chris.
Let's take it to North Portland, getting word of an injury crash on North Columbia Boulevard. Busy truck route here through North Portland near North Portland Road. So be on the lookout for that emergency response. Again, that's on North Columbia Boulevard. Let's hop out to Hillsborough. We had some pretty good congestion here on that Cornelius Pass Road exit ramp just a little bit ago. Looks like that has cleared, and the freeway drive on that side of town is still in pretty good shape. That, of course, being the Sunset. And a quick check of the trip over the Glen Jackson Bridge, I-205 between Vancouver and Portland. It's getting busier, but so far, Drew, China, no major freeway trouble out there just yet.
All right, thank you, Chris. We start our Election Day coverage this hour with a reminder for the procrastinators. You have about 14 hours now to turn in your ballot. Ballots have to be postmarked by today or placed in an official drop box by 8 o'clock tonight.
So if you still need help filling out your ballot, just text the word VOTE to 503-226-5088. We will text you back with a link to KGW's voter guide.
There is a lot at stake here in Oregon today. City races, county races, statewide races, including all 6 of Oregon's congressional districts. But
we are keeping a very close eye on District 5. Republican incumbent Lori Chavez-DeRemer is looking to hold her seat over Democrat Janelle Bynum. Now, you may remember Chavez-DeRemer flipped that seat red in 2022 over Jamie McLeod-Skinner.
All right, lots at stake in Washington as well. All 10 congressional districts up for grabs there. But it's the District 3 rematch between Republican Joe Kent and Democratic incumbent Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez that could shift the balance of power in the U.S. House.
So we caught up with both candidates one last time ahead of Election Day, starting with Joe Kent. He spent last night waving signs with supporters and checking voter data, calling or texting people who haven't turned in their ballots.
We've gotten a real opportunity, and I think a lot of people want change. People know that things aren't right now, and so it's important that everybody gets out there and votes.
And we also stopped by a rally for Marie Gluesenkamp-Perez on Sunday night, where she urged voters not to wait until the last minute to drop off their ballots.
Look, people want us to be afraid to vote. That's not right. Real patriotism is based on getting our votes in, talking to our neighbors. It's not about unfriending people on Facebook.
So right now, voter turnout in Clark County is sitting at 57%. That is likely to go up quite a bit as all ballots are counted. 4 years ago, total turnout was 85%.
In Washington, we're also watching for the race for the governor. Attorney General Bob Ferguson, a Democrat, is taking on former Congressman and Sheriff Dave Reichert. He's a Republican. There's also only one U.S. Senate seat on the ballot in Washington this year. Democratic incumbent Marie Cantwell is running against Republican Raul Garcia. There is none at stake in Oregon.
And be sure to join us tonight for complete election coverage, streaming for free on both KGW.com and KGW+. KGW anchors David Molko and Laura Porter will be joined by our political panel to break down the results as they come in for all the key races. Our team of reporters will also be spread out across the region with the latest reaction from election night headquarters. Live coverage begins at 7 with the first results at 8. You can download the KGW Plus app anytime on Roku, Apple TV, or Fire TV. In the meantime, almost 2 months long strike has come to an end. Boeing machinists approved a new deal with the company, sending tens of thousands of employees back to work.
Thomas Schultz is covering this story for us live in the newsroom this morning. So, Thomas, let's talk about what's in this agreement.
Yeah, well, Drew and China, this deal raises wages 38% over the next 4 years. It also includes a $12,000 ratification bonus for more than 30,000 machinists. And this is a strike that cost Boeing almost $1 billion a month after machinists dug in their heels for months once they went on strike in mid-September. Last week, 64% rejected an offer which would have increased pay 35% over 4 years. For more than a decade, they say they've worked without a raise. Many workers say they also wanted their pensions back too. Boeing froze those more than a decade ago. And while this deal doesn't include pensions, the union says it's still one of the strongest contracts in aerospace history.
I'm proud of our members. It is a win, very successful win. They achieved a lot, and we're ready to move forward.
Now, Boeing says in a statement they are pleased to reach a deal, though acknowledge the past few months have been difficult. Drew?
All right, Thomas Schultz with the latest on the Boeing contract situation. He's in our newsroom this morning. Blazers on the court, meanwhile, last night. Their third game already this season against the New Orleans Pelicans. I mean, we're only in week 3. They've already played these guys 3 times. The first 2 games were split. The Blazers came out on top last night, 118-100 the final score. DeAndre Ayton, the big night with his 200th career double-double for the Blazers. They're in San Antonio next to take on the Spurs on Thursday. So also keep in mind, Rodney Hill,
yes,
China Green, there are no NBA games tonight. The NBA started this back in 2020. No games on Election Day as a way to encourage their fans to get out and focus on voting, not on watching basketball.
Yeah, all right. I'd say it's safe to say we figured out the Pelicans, right? Nice win last night.
Yeah, very nice win.
Yeah. We have cloudy skies spilling down overhead right now. Right here where you see nothing, that's the big upper level high, and surface high that will be building inland overnight tonight into tomorrow, and that will give us that dry forecast of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So all of that is still a go. Moisture chances today, yes, but primarily, I think that's misleading. This is the radar hitting water vapor and droplets well up into the cloud base. What we will see, cloudy skies, maybe some sprinkles at times, maybe some spritzy light showers around at times, and most of us will be looking at traceable amounts. So not a bad day to be out and about, and maybe where you are, just dry most of the time. We still have some gusty winds being picked up out in Pilton, west of 32. Those advisories for wind and warnings for wind is still set to expire at the top of the hour at 7 this morning. You folks in Wasco County, since about 2 o'clock this morning, your winds have generally been gusting to about 30 or 36. That's down from where it was last night and last evening. Cloudy skies, pretty good visibility from the Wells Fargo Tower looking off to the northeast, 47 out at PDX, and we're all kind of similar, 43 Sandy, 45 Vancouver. Wilsonville, good morning, 43 for you. Aurora, good morning, 42, and Albany matches your number of 42 degrees. Forecast temperatures in the 3 o'clock hour, low 40s out east with skies becoming partly cloudy, so cool. Clouds and an ongoing threat of some light rain showers or sprinkles in central Oregon, much like we'll see here on the west side, where temperatures at the coast and the valley will be up into the 50s. Here's the dry weather. 55 today, then tomorrow becoming sunny, 58, 60 on Thursday. It'll feel great. Clouds increase, but a dry day on Friday. You wake up Saturday morning, there will be rain in the area. Right now, Saturday looks to be by a long shot the wetter of the 2 weekend days, and that is your update for now.